What's up, everybody? Welcome in to the Early Edge, powered by the almighty SportsLine. I am your host, Alan Bell, and we have a fantastic show lined up for you this Saturday. I'll tell you what, let's not waste any time. Let's take a look at how we did yesterday. And you know what? Not a bad day. Got some X's on there, got some greens on there. Look, Johnny Bowman, my man is on a tear in Major League Baseball right now, crushing it. Allie came through with the Mets last night as well. That was a heck of a sweat, man. Like, looking at the top of the eighth, it was like 5-1 Mets. Then they went to the top of the 10th, right? And the Mets ended up coming through 6-5. But, yeah, that was a fun sweat. And the AB3 plus 447. I'm not going to give myself credit because who would want to see that? But happy to get that win. All right, let's bring in these stars of the show. And, gentlemen, looking sharp across the board. Micah Roberts, how we doing, my man?
We're doing excellent. And you know what? I'm excited. I saw that you're having like a pub crawl. You bringing everybody to the pub crawl in Nashville? This is crazy. What is going on? How can I be a part of this?
Oh, we got to have you a part of it, man. So, we had a contest going during the Early Edge Bracket Challenge to where anybody that beat me, we'd pick one winner and like kind of go to the bar like for some beers and some bets. And look, it was too hard to pick, right, between like one person. So I was like, look, what we're going to do is we're just going to block off like one of the bars here, at least half of it. And just have a set tab, man, and just bring everybody so we can all get together and drink, play some day bets, have a good time. So, yeah, look, if we could get you in town for that, 1,000,000%, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds
yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, we had a little surprise show in from M Squared there. Mike, how we doing, man?
Good. I'll definitely be there, especially if Mike is in town. Hopefully it's a NASCAR weekend as well. Get some NASCAR bets going on. Oh, man, it'd be a beautiful, beautiful thing to do that. But good morning, everybody. Fired up, ready to go. Beautiful day. Some warmer weather across the country. Could see some interesting things in Major League Baseball today.
Yeah, it's nice, man. It feels like the last 2 weeks has done nothing but just thunderstorm literally everywhere. Prop stars. Now, you want to talk about getting him in to Nashville from parts unknown. How much fun that would be. Props, how we doing, man?
It'd be a long trek from parts unknown, AB, but it does sound awesome. I'd love to be there. Good morning, guys. Micah, Mikey, great to see you guys on here. We've got the running back the NBA crew, as I like to call it. I've had a blast doing the NBA streams with you guys during the week. And, yeah, I'm just excited about a great slate of hoops today.
Yeah, I feel like, all right, those like planes that they have in like Alaska where it's like they fly, like they land on water, like I feel like we'd have to get one of those planes to come find you of where you're at.
You know what, guys, the NBA stream and everything, I feel like I'm so much smarter and I've done very well I think I had one bad day, but I feel like I got smarter by doing this and just talking it out. It's like therapy, with Prop Stars and Mikey and AB. It's been good. So thank you guys for helping me because it's made me more productive in my wallet.
100%, man. And look, shoot, I agree with you, man. How I feel. Like, I just sit back and let you three cook it up, man. Like, you guys have done well, crushed it all week, and I can't wait. We got some more coming. Plus, hint, we got the NFL draft this week, too. Might be touching a little bit on that. Yeah, I can't wait for it. All right, let's get into the storylines that affect the betting lines for today. And, Mike, I'm going to come right to you first, man. NASCAR, Talladega. It is that weekend. Talk to me, man. What are we looking at?
Yeah, I think it's my favorite racetrack now. I say that about, Martinsville and Bristol and Richmond and whatever. But, I think this really is because I spend more time pacing during this race than any other event that I bet on or watch. And it's because the risk. I don't like the wrecks. That's not my deal. But it's the danger and the risk and the possibility that somebody could really get messed up in this race with the car. You're going 200 miles an hour, bang, you hit. And so that part of the danger is the allure that I have here. And, I don't bet matchups in this. I bet odds to win, and I'll bet 6 to 8 drivers. And then all I want is like 1 or 2 guys in that lead pack and have a shot at it. And I've done okay on it. Anybody can win this race, anybody. And the new car makes that even more sound. So I'm looking at Bubba Wallace here a lot. This is a guy, last 3 super speedway races, first he won at Talladega last fall, and then second in the Daytona fall race. So that's 3 straight races on super speedways. It's the only track that I can bet him because he knows how to get up front and do it. And part of it is, I don't know if it's coaching with Denny Hamlin or whatever, but Hamlin does the same type of thing. So I see Wallace being pushed by Hamlin and then see what's going. I got bets on both of them. I'm going to look for that. And Blaney's been amazing. He's got 3 super speedway wins, and that's a guy to look at. And then some of the longer shots, you got to have a couple of those guys in the 25 to 30 to 1 range. And one of those guys, Alan, you had a question?
I did. Our man, Trent Wade, in the SportsLine Early Edge family, says he's going with Eric Almirola. All right. Top 10 finish, minus 130. Let me check. I believe minus, let's see. I'm sorry, minus 135. Yeah. Eric Almirola, top 10 finish, minus 135. What do you think about that?
I like it. And I like him as one of those guys, maybe to bet, to throw in there. I think he's 25 to 1, 30 to 1. 2 of his 3 career wins have come on super speedways. He probably should have won the Daytona 500. 2018, he got punted by Austin Dillon, who won the race on the last lap. This guy knows how to race. And basically, with all the wrecks and everything, you have to stay clean for the first 178 laps and then go make your move those final 10 laps. And Almirola has proved that he knows how to play the game. He knows how to stay on the track till the end. Yeah, he's definitely somebody that can win the race.
There we go. I like it. Now, M Squared, coming over to you. But first, a nice little comment from Thomas Marshall here in the chat. Daughter's first softball game today, expecting lots of runs with a favorable air index. I love that. That's got M Squared written all over it. But yeah, speaking of that, Saturday, Major League Baseball weather report. What are we looking at across the country here?
Yeah, we got to start with Chicago. Yesterday, I told you basically a 40% decrease in home run probability related to the weather. We have the exact opposite today in Chicago. Winds coming in from the other direction, going to be blowing out around 25 miles per hour at times. This is going to result in about a 40% increase in home runs, 25 to 30% increase in overall run production here. It's very warm in Chicago today. Definitely one of those Wrigley win days. Watch the total sale on that one. The only game that's really negative today is going to be Colorado-Detroit, about 15% hit to overall run scoring in Detroit with the weather conditions that we see there. And then Cincinnati and St. Louis. This game could play like we're used to seeing Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati play, around 10 to 15% overall increase. It's starting to warm up a little bit there. And then finally, San Diego Padres, LA Dodgers, around a 10% increase in run scoring in that one.
I love it. Yeah, and you were spot on, man. Like, you nailed it in regards to the weather in Chicago yesterday. All right, props, coming over to you, man. First, I love Buck 105 in the chat says, Prop Stars lives next door to a masked wrestler. Look, yeah, I love it. Like, just next to Mil Mascaras over there, man. It's fantastic. All right, coming to you, Props. Hit me with what I need to know from the NBA action last night. Also, do this Joel Embiid injury, like to his thumb, is this a thing? Is it real? Talk to me, man.
Yeah, I got you, AB. So, yeah, last night we had 3 games, 3 decent games, or at least 2 of them were close. Came down to the fourth quarter. Heat and Hawks, impressive performance from Trae Young, getting it done in the fourth quarter. This game went back and forth, possession by possession. Hawks were obviously in a must-win scenario, not wanting to go down 0-3. Trae and the Hawks managed to beat the Heat, extend the series at least to 5 games, but if they can potentially win game 4, could make this a serious series. Next up, the Bucks just rolled on the Bulls, even without Chris Middleton. Giannis didn't even have to go crazy either. Pretty impressive performance from this Milwaukee team. They look firmly in the driver's seat, even without Middleton. And then the Suns gutted out a win versus a very game Pelicans team last night, obviously without Devin Booker. And then some big news coming out of Philadelphia. Joel Embiid with a significant thumb injury. Obviously, the Sixers are up 3-0. They play today, the first game on today's slate, looking to sweep the Toronto Raptors in Toronto. However, Embiid is set to get an MRI when the team returns back to Philadelphia. Potentially could be dealing with a torn ligament in his shooting, on his thumb and his shooting hand. He said he's experiencing significant pain and discomfort. He still plans to gut it out and play today through the injury. With Philly playing the winner of the Heat and the Hawks series, they could possibly get Embiid some much-needed rest if they're able to take care of business today in Toronto. So look for that. It's a very interesting storyline to see if Embiid's thumb ends up being damaged and how he plays through the injury.
Yeah, that is a huge storyline. I am fascinated to see about that. All right, let's get into our picks for today. But first, before we do, a quick message. And we're back. All right, let's get into our plays. First, if you are not a member of SportsLine, what in the world are you doing? All right, 30 days for free on us. Use promo code EARLY. That will get you taken care of Major League Baseball, the NBA playoffs. We got the Kentucky Derby coming up next week. We've got a monster UFC card coming up in 2 weeks. So, yeah, jump all over that. Plus, RJ White crushing it in the USFL, man. RJ doing his job. All right, so we got 3 plays for today. First, we're going to go Mavericks and Jazz over 212.5. The over is 57% between these two teams this season. The Jazz 52% to the over at home this season. Second, courtesy of Martin W. Green, we're going to go with Roma and Inter Milan. All right, that's 12 p.m. Eastern. So you're going to have to get this one in quick. Over 1.5 goals. Inter scored 38 goals at home this season, and Roma scored 19 goals in the last 12 matches. Finally, we're going to go Stallions in the USFL -3, courtesy of RJ White. The Stallions being the only team that has home field advantage since all 4 teams are playing in Birmingham. You looked at their first game, they had 22,000 or so at it. The other 3, ooh, not so much. It wasn't anywhere close to it. So we're going to go Stallions -3 on that. All right, so M Squared, it is your show. Coming over to you first. Again, I can't do it like Coach, so we're not going to try it, but you do know the drill, son, so give it to me.
All right, AB, we're going to take a favorable line here on the LA Dodgers. Played the -110 last night. Hopefully some of you got that number when we posted it on SportsLine. It's -120 in a lot of spots, except for WinBet. You can still get it at -112. In my simulations, I have them winning 57.2% of the time. That makes the line -134. I would be comfortable playing this up to -127, -128. So grab it while you still can. We got Tyler Anderson, Darvish. Darvish is someone I want to pick on just a little bit with a really talented lineup like the Dodgers, because Darvish still gets a lot of respect in the betting market. Looking at his numbers so far this season, 319 actual weighted on base average. When you look at the expected number, which takes the profile of the batted balls allowed that he's allowed so far this season, that number balloons all the way to 379, putting him well below a league average Major League Baseball pitcher, while his actual numbers, 319, put him at league average. Tyler Anderson on the other side has been excellent, 169 actual, 254 expected. If he can have a 254 expected, he's going to be one of the best pitchers in their rotation. And then finally, umpire Marty Foster, big under umpire in this game, to the tune of basically 60% towards the under in a 100-game sample size over the last 3 years. That's going to help Anderson a lot more than it's going to help Darvish, in my opinion. So take the Dodgers, -110, again, up to -126, 127, if you have to.
Dude, I say this, and I'm not joking. It sounds like I am, but 100% not. Like, who else on the planet other than M Squared can rip an air density report and the umpire report just like that, like ready to go? I love it, man. It's fantastic, dude. I'm telling you, like, your info, second to none, man. Excellent job on that. All right, Micah, coming over to you, buddy. One play, NBA. Hit me with it, man. What you got?
Grizzlies, man. Grizzlies, the best cover team in the NBA. They got to wake up in game 1, and now they're ready to just destroy the Western Conference. They're going to roll here. They're going to win the other. Like, the Timberwolves really thought that game 1, they were like, oh, we got this. We're going to upset the Grizz. No, Grizzlies are just too fundamentally sound, too active. They attack every possession, and I love that. Led the league in rebounds, steals, and block shots. That says something, hustle meter. But it's just the intensity that nobody can match with. And I love the Warriors, how they're back, but I really have a hard time seeing the Warriors beating this team in 7 games just because they're just so active, young, athletic, and they don't know any better. They're like, this is how we play ball, and nobody does what they do. And they're a very unique club, and I really I admire them, and I win with them a lot because they cover and they attack quarter to quarter. Like, you'll see, oh wow, the game's 30-30, and then all of a sudden they go on a 30-10 run. This is what they do every single game, and the Timberwolves are like, what the hell just happened? We were up 1-0, now we're going to go down 3-1, and that's what's going to happen.
Man,
Grizzlies.
I love it, man. I'm with you. Like, that Grizzlies team is fun, man. Like, John Morant, obviously, he's the face, kind of that franchise. But Desmond Bane, I mean, going off to calling him the point guard, like, yeah, dude. Like, and, them coming back, down 25 twice. Yeah. I mean, it's just phenomenal, man. This team's a lot of fun. I'm with you on that. All right, Prop Stars, buddy, coming over to you. You are in the maestro spot while our man, Larry Harstein, is on paternity leave right now. So, maestro, yep. Absolutely, man. We miss you, buddy. Can't wait to see you again, but take care of business at home. Take care of everything that's got to be taken care of with the young one there. Prop Stars is in your place, holding it down for you today. What do you got?
Yeah, big shoes to fill. Shout out to Larry if you're watching, buddy. Hope you're doing well. I'm going Andre Drummond over 7.5 combined rebounds and assists. This one is juiced, but as coach likes to say, this is a rare spot that I think it's very well worth the squeeze. Drummond averages a combined 11.1 rebounds and assists this season. He's still one of the best rebounders in the NBA. He was third in the NBA in rebounding this season per 36 minutes, second in offensive rebounds per 36 minutes. So while the raw stats might not be what they once were, when this guy is on the floor, he is still one of the league's elite prolific rebounders. He has cleared this number in 17 of his last 19 regular season games. 55 of 73 regular season games this season, good for a hit rate of 75%. He's eclipsed this line in 20 of 24 games since joining Brooklyn, which is a hit rate of 83%, which is obviously phenomenal. I could even see him getting some extra minutes today. Robert Williams is due back for Boston, could play up to 20 minutes. He'll be back in the lineup. Also, Nicholas Claxton did not play well at all in game 2. The Nets were badly out-rebounded with him on the floor as well when Drummond was off the court. I've got Drummond projected for 11.1 rebounds and assists. This is a very significant edge when we're talking about a 7.5 number. It is 8.5 on some books, but that 7.5 is still floating out there, which I would absolutely play. If it is 8.5 on your book, if you can find this between like plus 105, plus 115, has great value there. I'd probably play it down to a quarter to half unit if you're looking at that 8.5 number. But yeah, I absolutely love Andre Drummond over 7.5 combined rebounds and assists.
Dude, 20 of 24, is that what you said?
As a net, yep.
Wow, dude, that's strong, man. Love it. Nice play there. All right, everybody grab your paper, grab your pencil. Take a look at the recap here. And it is doable for today. We'll take it. M squared is on the Dodgers money line minus 110. Prop Stars that you just heard on Andre Drummond over 7.5 rebounds plus assists at minus 130. Our man Michael Roberts on the Grizzlies minus 3. Our site plays today: Mavericks Jazz over 212.5. Roma Inter over 1.5 goals. And the USFL, the Birmingham Stallions minus 3 today. The AB3, a nice little, all right, plus 266. We're going to go with the Dodgers money line, Angels money line, Jazz money line. So 2 super West Coast teams, 1 almost West Coast team there in Utah. I don't trust Utah to cover that spread, but I think they do get the job done on the money line. So we'll take that at plus 266. So, guys, that's all the damage that we can do for today. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. We really do appreciate it. We'll be back Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern, normal time. Coach will be on the stick. We miss him. He's been doing a ton of great work covering golf for the PGA Tour there. So we miss him. We'll see him tomorrow morning. Plus, look out. We're going to do some more live betting today. NBA, Major League Baseball. We got so much going on. I can't wait for it. But everybody, best of luck today. Let's cash these bets. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern on the Early Edge.